Once again, I would like to welcome you to the analog electronic subject of third semester PNC. So in this session, I will be covering transformer coupled class A amplifier of unit 2 BJT biasing and amplifiers. So transformer coupled class A amplifier. The contents covered in this session are features, working, calculation of efficiency, advantages, disadvantages, applications, review questions and multiple choice questions. So before going to the transformer coupled class A amplifier, we'll see what we have studied in the previous session. So we have learnt in the previous session about series fed class A amplifier and also about the advantages of class A and disadvantages as well as applications of class A amplifier. So what is series fed class A amplifier? So series fed class A amplifier is also known as fixed bias or single-ended power amplifier. Why it is called single-ended? Because at the last stage of the amplifier we are using only a single transistor. And the maximum efficiency of class A series fed amplifier is 25%. And what are the advantages of this class A amplifier, series fed class A amplifier? So it is simple to design and it produces exactly the output same as that of the input, and it device conducts for the full cycle. So what are the disadvantages? So disadvantages of series fed class A amplifier is that its efficiency is 25%. So applications where we are using this class A amplifier is that series fed class A amplifier is that outdoor musical systems and audio amplifier, telephonic repeaters. So the overall efficiency of series fed class A amplifier is 25%. This is due to the load resistor, that is RC, which is directly connected to the collector in the output of the amplifier, and the collector current passes through this, and this represents the waste of power. Due to this, the efficiency of series fed class A amplifier is less. So to overcome this, we are using transformer coupled class A amplifier. Before going to transformer coupled class A amplifier, what do you mean by coupling? As I seen in the classifications of amplifiers. So coupling is nothing but the cascading arrangement of one stage amplifier with the next stage of the amplifier. That means that connecting the output of first stage to the input of the second stage through a coupling device. So the purpose of coupling device is to transfer the AC output of one stage to the input of the next stage, and also to isolate the DC conditions of one stage from the next stage. It means that it blocks the DC and allows only the AC signal. So in transformer coupling, the transformer is used as a coupling device. So the coupling provides the same two functions, that is to pass the signal and also block the DC. But in transformer coupling, it also produces one more function, that is it produces impedance matching. And the function of the transformer is to provide impedance matching between the amplifier output and low impedance load, such as loudspeaker. A form of class A amplifier having maximum efficiency of 50% uses a transformer to couple the output signal to the load. So these are some of the features of transformer coupled class A amplifier. So it produces excellent impedance matching. So what is impedance matching? It means that amplifier output impedance should be equal to the load impedance, and it also increases the voltage gain and power gain. So next point, it provides high gain and it has poor frequency response. Frequency distortion is higher. Transformers are bulky, expensive at audio frequency, and it's used for power amplification, and it is also used in application where maximum power transfer is needed, and it is efficient in operation. So next we'll move to, so this is the transformer. In this case we are using step down transformer. So as we know that transformer, there are two types. One is step down transformer and other is step up transformer. So input is connected across the primary winding and output is measured across the secondary winding of the transformer. So N1 is the number of turns of the primary winding and N2 is the number of turns in the secondary winding. I1 is the current flowing through the primary and I2 is the current flowing in the secondary. So transformer action. A transformer can increase or decrease voltage or current levels according to the turns ratio. In addition, the impedance connected to one side of the transformer can be made to appear either larger or smaller at the other side of the transformer, depending on the square of the transformer winding turns ratio. So impedance transformer is given by, so we know that V1 by V2 is equal to N1 by N2. That is voltage transformation. That is, the transformer can be, as I said earlier, the transformer can be step up or step down transformer. Depending on that, the voltage can be step down or step down. So in this case, the V1 by V2 is equal to N1 by N2. And I1 and I2, that is current transformation, is given by the formula I1 by I2 is equal to N2 by N1. Or it can also be written as V1 is equal to N1 by N2 into V2. We are cross multiplying this equation, and I1 is equal to N2 by N1 into I2. So in this case, the current in the secondary winding is inversely proportional to the number of turns, whereas for the voltage, it is directly proportional. Hence, but V1 by I1 is measured as RL dash resistor, that is the effective input resistance. So it is the RL resistor which is measured across the primary, that is input resistance, also known as reflected load. And V2 by I2, so V2 by I2 is RL, that is effective output resistance. So by dividing RL dash by RL, so as we know that RL dash is equal to V1 by I1 divided by RL is V2 by I2. So rearranging, we will get RL dash by RL is equal to N1 by N2 whole square. By rearranging the V1, I1 and V2 by I2, we will get the term N1 by N2. So upon cross multiplying, we'll get RL dash is equal to alpha square into RL, where alpha is equal to N1 by N2, that is turns ratio of the transformer. It means that impedance connected to one side of the transformer can be made to appear larger or smaller at the other side of the transformer depending upon the square of the turns ratio. And the transformer has the property of impedance matching. It means that low resistance of one stage can be reflected as high resistance to the previous stage. And the power transfer for power amplified to the load will be maximum only if the amplifier output impedance equal to the load impedance RL. Next we'll see the working of transformer coupled class A amplifier. So figure shows the circuit diagram of transformer coupled class A amplifier. So this is the transformer, this is the primary winding, this is the secondary winding. To the secondary winding we are connecting the loudspeaker using a step down transformer. So Vs is the input voltage, R1 and R2 becomes biasing resistors, and Re is the stabilization circuit for the CE amplifier. So the capacitor Cin blocks any DC signal and allows only the AC signal to pass for the amplification. The R1 and R2, as I said earlier, R1 and R2 forms the biasing resistors and Re forms the stabilization resistor. What do you mean by stabilization? Stabilization is nothing but the process of making operating point independent of temperature changes or variation in the transistor parameter. So as we know that transistor is temperature dependent. In order to make independent of the temperature, we are using stabilization circuit. And the circuit used is in CE configuration, that is common emitter amplifier circuit. And it sets the proper operating point for the amplifier. Next, that is emitter bypass capacitor CE is connected in parallel with the emitter resistor to provide low reactance path to the amplified AC signal. Now the weak signal is applied to the weak signal is applied to the amplifier, and the amplified signal is available across the secondary of the transformer. So if we apply weak signal at the input, amplified version will be at the output depending upon the turns ratio. That is depending upon the turns ratio, that is impedance connected to one side of the transformer can be reflected either large or smaller at the other side depending upon the square of the transformer's turns ratio, that is N1 RL dash is equal to RL into N1 by N2 whole square. Next we'll move to the calculation of collector efficiency. To obtain maximum AC power output and maximum collector efficiency, the peak value of the collector current due to the signal alone should be equal to zero signal collector current. So the peak value of the current due to the signal alone should be equal to 0 signal collector current. So during positive half cycle, the current is given as, that is total current is given as 2 IC and VC is equal to 0. So during positive half cycle, the total current from here to here it is as 2 IC at VCE 0. Similarly, during negative half cycle at its peak, total current is 0 and maximum voltage measured is 2 VCs. That is, since the transformer used is a idle transformer, there is no voltage drop. Hence, at Q point, there will be VCC, that is total power supply. So, at the Q point, the voltage is VCC and current measured is IC. So therefore, peak to peak emitter voltage is given as, that is VCE peak to peak. From here to here, it is given as 2 VCC. Why there is 2 VCC? Because at Q point, VCE is equal to VCE voltage is equal to supply voltage. At Q point, VCEQ is equal to supply voltage because transistor has no voltage drop for the idle case. And similarly, peak to peak collector current is given as, so IC peak to peak is given as 2 IC. From here to here, it is measured as 2 IC. Or it can also be written as VCE peak to peak by RL. So IC peak to peak can also be written as VCE peak to peak by RL dash. Or IC can be written as, this IC is written as VCC by RL dash. So IC peak to peak becomes 2 VCC by RL dash. So where RL dash is the effective value of load resistance RL when referred to primary side. When we are measuring resistance across the primary side, so RL dash is the effective value of RL, that is reflected value. As I solved previously this derivation, that is RL dash is equal to alpha square into RL. That is impedance connected to one side of the transformer can be made to appear either larger or smaller depending upon the square of the turns ratio, where alpha is equal to N1 by N2. As we know that DC power input is given as PDC is equal to VCC into IC, or it can also be written as IC square into RL dash. So AC power output is given as PAC is equal to VCE into ICE. So where VCE and ICE represents the RMS value of the signals. So where VCE is equal to Vm by root 2, ICE is equal to Im by root 2. So VCE and ICE are the RMS values. So where Vm is equal to from here to here, where Vm is equal to VCC peak to peak by 2. So this is the VCE peak to peak where Vm is the maximum voltage. So it is measured off of that. So it is VCE peak to peak by 2. Similarly, Im is ICE peak to peak by 2 of value, maximum value of current and voltage. Substituting the values of Vm and Im in VCE and ICE. So what is VCE? It is Vm by root 2. So what is Vm? VCE peak to peak by 2. So because it becomes VCE is equal to VCE peak to peak by 2 root 2. Similarly, ICE is equal to ICE peak to peak by 2 root 2. So substituting the values in PAC. So PAC is equal to VCE into ICE. So we obtain PAC is equal to VCE peak to peak into ICE peak to peak divided by 8. So what is VCE peak to peak? It is 2 VCC and IC peak to peak is 2 IC divided by 8. So this 2 into 2 is 4. 4 by 8 is 1 by 2. So 4 by 8 is 1 by 2 into VCC into IC. So as I seen earlier, VCC into IC can also be written as IC square into RL. So therefore, maximum collector efficiency is given by, so maximum efficiency is equal to PAC by PDC into 100. So substituting the value of DC power input and AC power output in the above equation, we get so maximum efficiency is equal to IC square into RL, which is PAC value, divided by PDC value is 2 IC square into RL dash into 100. So this IC square into RL dash divided by IC square into RL dash get cancelled. So that is, and remaining is 1 by 2 into 100. So maximum efficiency calculated will be 50%. The above expression shows that in Class A amplifier, maximum 50% of the DC power supplied can be converted into AC power output. So for the transformer coupled Class A amplifier, so maximum efficiency is 50%. So we'll see some of the advantages of transformer coupled Class A amplifier. The advantages of transformer coupled Class A amplifier are as follows. There is no loss of signal power in the base or collector resistors, and it has excellent impedance matching. So what is excellent impedance matching? It means that the power transferred from the power amplifier to the load, that is to the load speaker, will be maximum only if the amplifier output impedance will be equal to the load impedance. And it has very high gain and it provides DC isolation. It means that it blocks the DC signal and allows the AC signal to the further stages as well. Coupling. Coupling means connecting one stage to the other stage. The output, that means that output of first stage is connected to the input of next stage. That is, it provides DC isolation. So it blocks DC and allows only the AC signal. So what are the disadvantages? So low frequency signals are less amplified comparatively. So low frequencies are amplified less, and there is a hum noise introduced by the transformer. So it produces some noise. That is one of the disadvantage. And transformers are bulky and costly. As transformer are bulky, so it becomes costlier. And next, it has poor frequency response. So these are some of the applications. So this circuit is used where impedance matching is the main criteria. So impedance matching, as I said earlier, power will be transferred only when the amplifier output impedance will be equal to the load impedance. And these are used as driver amplifiers and sometimes as output amplifiers. So as I said earlier, it is used at the last stage of the amplifier. It is used to amplify the power, and it is used in the devices where maximum power could be transferred to the output. That is, example, loudspeaker. It is used in high frequency amplifiers. It is used in high frequency amplifiers such as radio receivers and TV receivers. So these are the some of the review questions. Explain the working of transformer coupled class A amplifier. So for this you should write the circuit diagram and working, how it works, and list the features of transformer coupled class A amplifier. So as I mentioned earlier, some of the features you should write that, and list the advantages and disadvantages of transformer coupled class A amplifier. Next, mention the applications of transformer coupled class A amplifier. So for this you should write the applications. So what all we have discussed in today's session. So I discussed about transformer coupled, working of transformer coupled class A amplifiers, advantages, disadvantages, and also we have derived the efficiency formula for the transformer coupled class A amplifier. So maximum efficiency of transformer coupled class A amplifier is 50%. So we'll see some of the MCQs here. So what is the ratio of the secondary voltage to the primary voltage with the turn ratio in the winding? So as we have seen in the voltage transformation, that is V1 by V2 is directly proportional to N1 by N2. Whereas for the current, it is I2 by I1 is equal to N1 by N2. We'll see what is the options here given here. So N2 by N1, N1 by N2 to the power of 1 by 3, N1 by N2 to the power of 2, N1 into N2. So it is the ratio of secondary voltage, that is V2 by V1. As I said that it is directly proportional. So the answer is N2 by N1. Next question. In a class A transformer coupled power amplifier, dash winding resistance of the transformer determines the DC load line for the circuit. So AC, DC, both the AC and DC resistors, neither the AC nor DC. So what type of winding resistors we are using? It is the DC winding resistor. Next question. So the maximum efficiency of a transformer coupled class A amplifier is what you have derived in the equation efficiency calculation. So maximum efficiency is 50% for transformer coupled amplifier. So let us see what are the choices given here. 25%, 50%, 78.5% and 63.6%. So answer given here is 50%. So power amplifier, next question. Power amplifiers generally use transformer coupling because transformer permits. What is the main purpose of using transformer coupling? Main purpose is impedance matching. Let us see whether the answer is available or not. Cooling of the circuit, impedance matching, distortion, less output, good frequency response. So the answer, as I said earlier, main purpose of using transformer coupling is impedance matching. So the answer is choice B, impedance matching. Next question. Transformer coupling can be used in dash amplifiers. Either power or voltage, only power, only voltage, none of the above. So the answer is either power or voltage. Why power or voltage? Because as we are using power amplifiers, so it has to amplify power, and sometimes power amplifier also called as voltage amplifiers. So the transformer coupling can be used in power or voltage amplifiers. So what all we have discussed in this session? So the working of transformer coupled amplifier, that is class A amplifier, working and calculation of efficiency of the transformer coupled amplifier, and also the some of the advantages, disadvantages and applications of transformer coupling amplifier. Next is, I would like to thank all the team members who have been involved in preparing this content. I would like to thank once again all the team members. Thank you.